you don't want to hear real facts on social and political issues, then stop listening now. Otherwise, stay right here for real issues, real facts with real people.
Maybe you know what a zombie is.
When you keep voting party line, this is what happens to you.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own.
You have subways that are falling apart. You have cops that are being accosted in the street because of that socialist you elected as your mayor.
You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders.
When are you New Yorkers going to start holding those people responsible for what they do?
Not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
I'm going to deal with topics and issues that will make you think, make you mad, and maybe even get you a little embarrassed. So don't go anywhere. The lines are open. You can reach me at 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563.
It's the Joe Messina Show.
Welcome back to another session of Sanity right here on the Joe Messina Show. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged. Be part of the solution. Having some technical issues in the connection to Dr. B, so we'll do the best we can, see what happens. Anyway, so you're stuck with me. What can I tell you? I'm not as pretty. I'm not even as smart. Whatever. Anyhow, always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. So, again, how backwards things are right now. An Ohio police officer, he's been charged with murder for shooting a woman as she accelerated a car into him. Now, I don't know, should he have walked away and said, "Excuse me, miss, please stop"? This Ohio police officer has been indicted on a murder charge after a woman who refused police commands to exit her vehicle was shot dead as she rolled her car into the officer. Takia Young, 21, who was pregnant, was killed in August of 2023 incident after police sought to detain Young in response to a shoplifting complaint. Now, Blendon Township police officer Connor Grubb was charged with 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felonious assault, and 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. This is confusing. Anyway, they have a body cam. The whole thing shows the police interacting with Young as she refused to comply. They kept asking her to get out of the car, and she wouldn't do it. I mean, you've heard these guys on a regular basis. Even the comedians say, "Just do what you're told to do." What's the problem here? Take a listen. It's less than a minute.
Then get out. No, then get out.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car!
Judge, your shot fired.
Shot fired! Stop the car! Stop! Stop! Stop the car! Hey, stop. Hey, out of the car. 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 They said you stole stuff, do not leave. Get out of the car. Then get out. No, then get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car!
It's amazing. All she had to do is get out of the car. There's people standing around, okay? She's pregnant, apparently. And when she even asked him, she cracks for what? What do you want me to get out of the car for? They said, well, you stole stuff. Don't leave. If she didn't steal anything, it would have been easy. If she stole something, maybe not so much. The video shows an officer's hand still in the open window as the car moves away. It shows the second officer who stood in front of Youngster. Now she's got a cop who's got his hand in the window, arm in the window. She's got a cop in front of the car, and she's going to run him down. Okay? So why is the cop being brought up on murder charges, and multiple ones at that? Remember, it's not really a baby. So I don't know if the baby died yet. After more commands to get out of the car, Young refused, adding, "You going to shoot me?" Boy, talk about egging him on. The video posted to X shows the car moving, followed by one shot. Blendon Township Police Chief John Bedford said that the Young drove her car directly into an officer who fired a single shot through the windshield. Bedford said that Grubb was a victim of attempted vehicular assault and that the officer who had to pull his hand from the open window was a victim of a misdemeanor assault. Now, Nadine Young, the victim's grandmother, boiled the issue down to race. It doesn't matter what they're doing, God forbid. An unarmed black female was killed. That's all we know, she said. No, that's not true. That is flat out not true. And this is what causes the kind of trouble we have. Yes, an unarmed woman who was pregnant was shot because she was trying to drive over a police officer. Well, another one, let me spin it their way. While she tried to kill a police officer with her car while having another one being drugged by the side of the car because he had his arm in the window. But none of that other stuff matters. You know, Young called Grubb, grandmother called Grubb a bully with a badge. Sean Walton, an attorney representing Young's family, said Grubb is to blame for not de-escalating the incident. Well, how would he have done that? He only asked her to get out of the car. You've been accused of stealing. Get out of the car. This could be fixed in minutes. Get out of the car. What? I just don't get what's so hard about this. And again, it's not just me saying it. You're hearing black people of prominence, black comedians who are more open to, saying these kind of things, saying, my God, just do what they tell you to do. Right? Listen, if you follow their rules, not every person who gets pulled, every person of color gets pulled over by a police officer is killed, even when they do follow instruction. So pay attention. Do what they tell you to do. Follow the instructions. And live to fight this thing out in court. If it truly is racism, you should be able to prove it. Joe Massini, host. Don't go far. A lot more coming after the break.
President Biden recently released a massive $6 trillion budget, the largest budget in U.S. history. And guess who pays the bill? That's right, you, the American taxpayer. American citizens and business owners will be paying more taxes. That's a fact. And if you owe back taxes, they will be coming after you to collect payments. In fact, President Biden also hired thousands more IRS agents to go after you. If you got a letter from the IRS and you know you owe back taxes or you haven't filed in years, don't put your head in the sand. Call us today. We've saved our customers millions of tax dollars. One quick, free phone call will show you how we can reduce your past tax bill and save you thousands. Guaranteed, or you pay nothing. Call now.
800-511-6046. 800-511-6046. 800-511-6046. That's 800-511-6046.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
I'd like to introduce you to our new sponsor, Get the Tea. Get the Tea carries all natural, non-GMO organic teas and supplements made in the USA. Get the Tea's ingredients are the purest available. My favorite is Life Change Tea. Life Change Tea is a gentle daily cleanse containing 12 herbs that when combined really keep things moving. I drink it every day and my energy has never been better. I'm feeling great. Life Change Tea comes in 3 delicious flavors, natural, peppermint, and pomegranate. It's an easy and delicious way to keep your digestion on track. And for those on the go, try D365. D365 is Life Change Tea in a capsule. Drink the tea or take D365 capsules and keep your digestion running smoothly. Go to getthetea.com and enter discount code USA to get 10% off any size order. That's getthetea.com, discount code USA for 10% off your order.
Attention timeshare owners. Tired of the financial stress? Were you misled by the salesperson? Don't or can't use your timeshare anymore? If any of these apply to you, then you may qualify for timeshare cancellation and get the relief you need now. Timeshare Defense Attorneys is the #1 affordable fixed fee legal solution in the country with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. That's certainly better than my grades. They even offer a 100% client satisfaction guarantee. Let one of their experienced lawyers evaluate your case and explain the process. If they take you as a client, they'll work on your case until it's resolved in your favor. Guaranteed. Expect great service and a close working relationship with your lawyer, keeping you informed every step of the way, protecting your rights, interests, and even your credit. It's that simple. Even a kid like me could understand it. The consultation is free. Call today.
800-875-1853. 800-875-1853. That's 800-875-1853.
Greece is cheap, but the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Please answer the question.
All right, we are back. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855 Real Joe, 855-732-5563. I really do appreciate the time that you're spending with us here on the air, in the chat room, texting and tweeting and looking for my glasses, that kind of stuff. You know, it's always exciting. Anyway, I do appreciate the time that you're spending with us. You know, get involved, get engaged. You know, I mean, seriously. When I say that too, you know what I mean. I mean, just get informed, so you're not putting misinformation out there, right? I mean, seriously. And then again, make sure you're going to the real places for information, not hardcore left and not hardcore right. You want to start putting this together. Okay, you want to start putting information together. What I do is I go to several sites. First, I have to find the story in more than one website or what have you, publication. And I go looking for it several places. And when I find it, or if it's a common story, then I go look at, 2 far left sites, 2 far right sites, and a couple of the middle of the road sites, just to kind of get an idea of who's telling the truth. The commonalities are going to tell me where the truth lies. Right? And I'm not expecting you to spend 5 hours doing this like I do sometimes, but I am expecting you to do a little bit of homework. Now, my problem is I get bit all the time because I trust some of you to send me stories, and sometimes you haven't done the homework either. And it's not that you do it on purpose. You probably get it from somebody you believe it to be truth from, and that's it. So take your time. And again, do the right thing. Do the right thing by making sure you're telling people the truth. Because the more you tell the truth, the more they don't have a gotcha moment because you're getting bad information, the more you're going to be able to impart on them. Right? Now, I know you guys have probably heard some of these, or you're hearing bits and pieces of it out there. But believe it or not, big tech and the establishment, the media, as we know, I guess you could call them the media. They've colluded to help the Democrats all while, just really playing games with the media, with the stories, the titles, all of that. And it doesn't seem to bother them at all. They don't seem to have, they have nothing on the inside, nothing that goes, oh, come on, don't do this. This is a bad thing to do. So according to Axios, Vice President and 2024 Democrat presidential nominee Kamala Harris, her campaign has bought search ads on Google featuring deceptive, edited headlines from the established media outlets. For instance, a Harris ad might include a story from CNN, NPR, The Guardian, or another establishment propaganda outlet. That ad, however, will feature a fake headline designed to paint Harris in the most flattering of light. Like, her whole not taxing tips. That idea that she had and took from somebody else. Or she had it after she took it from somebody else. The first question that leaps to mind, of course, is why bother rewriting anything? Do those outlets actually finding headlines and stories that already painted for Harris in a favorable light? Right? But in any event, Google has justified the practice by noting that each search or each search ad comes with a sponsored designation, so it's okay. So in other words, it's okay to lie. I love this. I'm sorry. It's okay to lie as long as it says sponsored on it. What do you think? Are you okay with that? If they're okay with that, then maybe, again, we should put sponsor labels on our congressmen. The reader should already know that Harris' campaign paid for the ad. Normally, conservatives tend to, take the side of putting warning labels instead of trusting the public. In this case, however, one finds at least 2 very sinister acts of deception. First, the search ads feature links to actual articles. So when people see those, they perceive them to be truth. Right? The Harris campaign simply changed the headlines and supporting text that might not offend the average voter as much as they say, stolen valor. But it does seem awfully close to what old-fashioned people like me, we call it lying. Right? It's just amazing. Second, the entire dishonest spectacle has called forth the usual objectivity theater from both the big tech and the established media. These guys are going to town to cover for her. They are the same people back in April that were calling her inept and not have the ability to be this and to be the president and all that, and now calling her the best thing since sliced bread. If you're going to put sponsorships or sponsor disclosures on these ads, the average person doesn't read those. They don't know that. Really, you really think that anybody at Google cares about misleading voters? Right? I mean, think about it. Among all their sins over the years, those same people have recently admitted that searches resulting to the former president's what is it, assassination attempt were accidentally, spell that, accidentally suppressed. Oh, oops. We didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Axios also noted that the media already finds itself fighting assertions of bias. My God, assertions, really? Is that what they think that is? These people are so out of touch. It's almost amazing. They don't care. Even late night establishment people like Stephen Colbert, his liberal audience laughed when he called CNN objective. They laughed at him. Wouldn't you? I mean, it's ridiculous. And then, doesn't matter what the evidence is. Outlets like The Guardian maintain the pretense of conducting actual journalism. Yeah, okay, whatever. Going to say, while we understand why an organization might wish to align itself with The Guardian's trusted brand, we need to ensure that it's being used appropriately and with our permission. We'll be reaching out to Google for more information about this practice. That's according to a Guardian spokesman. Right. Yes. We're doing everything we can to make sure all the information you receive is real and above board, as we perceive it to be real and above board. I love it. I just think it's hilarious. Joe Messina, your host. Don't go far. A lot more coming up after the break. You're listening to the Joe Messina Show. Have an American flag that was made everywhere else but America? Joe Messina here, host of the Joe Messina Show. I'm always asking you to buy items made in America whenever you can, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I own and fly an American flag made by Grace Alley, and I love it. I can hardly walk by it without saluting. Let's keep the unemployment rate low and buy American. Grace Alley flags are made right here in America by American workers. These embroidered flags are made well, and you'll be proud to fly them. Stop sending your money overseas. Keep it right here in America. These flags are fully endorsed by the U.S. government for all American flag requirements. You can find them on Amazon, eBay, and at GraceAlley.com. Get one for the house, the office, and your bedroom. Why not? Again, you can find them at Amazon, eBay, and GraceAlley.com. God bless you, and God bless them.
J&M Enterprises is a full-service screen printing company. They print on shirts, pants, hats, cups, frisbees, sports bags, sweatshirts, tote bags, and most any other promotional items. J&M has been family-owned and operated for over 25 years. J&M takes pride in providing high-quality products and services because we care. Our state-of-the-art equipment enables us to print high volume with superior quality on any job. We print on clothing lines for schools, businesses, sports teams, and bands nationwide. Our team is committed to total customer satisfaction and the quality you should expect from a professional screen printing company. J&M, family owned and operated. Give us a call. We guarantee a great product and a great price. 800-462-0002. For a price quote, 800-468-0002. Or go to the web at www.jnm.cc.
Do the letters IRS give you anxiety? I'm Dan Pilla. I've defended people from the IRS for more than 40 years. My book, How to Get Tax Amnesty, created the tax resolution industry and is responsible for helping hundreds of thousands of people. It can help you too. If you're a non-filer or facing IRS enforcement right now, your case is unique. You need real help, not cookie-cutter advice. My clients get my personal attention. Buy my book at danpilla.com and get a free consultation directly with me. That's danpilla.com. Let's start solving your tax problem right now.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives.
Treatment helped me get my life back. I was so addicted, the only person I could focus on was myself and what I needed. I hit rock bottom and lost everything. Through treatment, I was able to overcome those demons and focus on my family again.
I used until I overdosed and almost died. That was the end of the road for me. After seeking treatment, I now have hope. I learned skills that help me deal with life on life's terms.
800-932-1745. 800-932-1745. 800-932-1745. That's 800-932-1745.
Do the letters IRS give you anxiety? I'm Dan Pilla. I've defended people from the IRS for more than 40 years. My book, How to Get Tax Amnesty, created the tax resolution industry and is responsible for helping hundreds of thousands of people. It can help you too. If you're a non-filer or facing IRS enforcement right now, your case is unique. You need real help, not cookie-cutter advice. My clients get my personal attention. Buy my book at danpilla.com and get a free consultation directly with me. That's danpilla.com. Let's start solving your tax problem right now.
The thoughts of others screech at them like the forced laughs of a billion art house movie patrons.
Thus, they travel from world to world, making everyone stupid in order to wipe out all thought in the universe.
My God, they're like flying television.
We are back. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Look, get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution. Yes, we had the Texas Rangers go out and hunt her down and find her. And Dr. Bridget Melson joins us. She does pretty much every week, and we try to have her help get us back in order again, get our brains back wired properly. How we doing?
Good. I mean, Texas Rangers, I wish they were the ones. Come find me.
Yeah.
They're kick butt, man. They seriously are.
No, I agree with you. No, they're, I mean, they're like the Navy SEALs there. You know what I'm saying? So
totally. And real men. No, I identify as, because they would eat them up.
Well, no, seriously, you watch what's happening out there. Look at this whole thing with Kamala Harris and, back in April, I was talking about this a little earlier. Back in April, the news was tearing her up as being, mainstream media, as being inept, inadequate, and all this other stuff, and where she fell short. And now all of a sudden, she's God's gift to humanity, to the country.
It's weird. I was talking to my niece about this tonight, about, she's going to school to become a counselor now. And she's just like, these people I know, but she's like, these people would have been lobotomized in the 50s. And I'm like, yes, they would. Because, right? You get the weirdos out. You get them out. You need to do not, and we were both just talking about they would do electroshock therapy. It's just, and now we're following them, and Kamala, whatever her name is their leader. And it's so unreal psychologically, right? We know, you and I always talk about how, you don't want to bring the God into it. Some people feel like the Bible shouldn't be a part of America. Morality shouldn't be a thing. Good luck with that. But fine. They're still certifiably nuts. And those are, you want that as your leader, but you're right. Again, the borders are, and all of a sudden that's been wiped. That was never a thing. It was a thing. You can't just wipe everything to suit your.
What I find totally amazing is you couldn't say anything about Joe's age. You couldn't say anything about him freezing up at the podium. You couldn't, say anything about him being extra careful and walking down the stairs. And now, if you look, because I peruse the left-wing sites, I have to, and you look at what they're saying, and you find Donald Trump's too old to run. Look at him in this shot. He's having to hold somebody's hand to get down the stairs. No, the idiots. He was shaking hands with people. Put it in motion, and you'll see what he was doing.
The hypocrisy of the left continues to blow my mind. I was in this chat on TikTok, you know, because I like to go and see what other weirdos are thinking, and it was both supporters.
Oh my God.
On both sides. But this one guy was like going on and like, so Trump did this, and Trump is convicted of what he said is 35 counts of sexual misconduct. I'm like, what? If that was true, he could not. That is not true. Number one. And then he's like, and I know he's cheated, right? And so he's got that, and just listing everything Trump has done. So then on the other side, because this is what this group was about debating, they were mentioning about, you know, what Walz had done military-wise, his record, the DUI, Kamala, how she basically, you know, humped her way to the top, all of that stuff. And the guy's like, yeah, but we need to be forgiving. We need to forgive them. That's all forgivable. But what Trump has done, and I'm like, what? So what?
Yeah, no
So
kidding, right?
So Trump is, wow. Okay, I don't even know where to go with that. It is so bizarre. It's just the mentality, and I call it the media slave mentality, and they get really mad. You know, I'm like, well,
yeah, but they do it. Here's the thing.
You are a slave.
They're doing it, Dr. B, they're doing it in our faces. They're doing it. It's eerily scary on how quickly they change, the way they talk, the certainty by which they make these statements. I'm sorry, it is scary. I wouldn't want to be alone anywhere near them in a dark alley, you know?
No, you're right. And what I'm seeing now is, you know, we saw the anger. We see that side of them where it's like the aggressive anger. You know, the BLM riots, the LGBT, you know, protesting, quote unquote, where they get so hate-filled. But now what I'm seeing that Kamala and Walz are breeding is this quiet, sociopathic kind of, they look you in the eye and tell you that you are a hippopotamus, and they're like, and we all know you're a hippopotamus, okay? So just walk. It's just this quiet, scary, psychopathic. Does that make sense? It's like they're just so sure of it that just we're all hippopotamus, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm a human being. Oh, gosh, you're not. Okay, so you just go ahead and think that. And then they're telling Gen Z, right? They're after Gen Z on all of the social media platforms right now, and basically telling them that this is true, and this is the God-honest truth, and Kamala is just an amazing Christian, and this is why. And I'm just hurting.
Oh.
My head is just like, okay, that's scary. It's frightening. I don't know. I had a person the other day saying that they're very concerned about, you know, all of the, she's in Pennsylvania, and all of the ads they're seeing for Kamala, and how deceitful they are, and how they're flat out lies. And when is Trump, you know, going to take a, you know, what's he going to do? And I said, well, we just dropped $100 million on social media platforms for advertisements, and, you know, all these little reels, these short little reels and things, and they're coming, and I said, but they're going to target the swing states. You know, you may or may not see them, but it is crazy how this battle is just going to be done on social media, and it's such a psychological battle. But the fact that no one wants to, they want to go and give into the media psychology and just believe what isn't true, right?
Oh, yeah.
People are literally saying, "Oh, she never was the border czar." What? I mean, you can.
But you can play it.
It was documented.
Yeah, the thing that stands out in my mind, the 2-minute clip when Barney Frank and Bill O'Reilly were arguing about something that Barney said during the mortgage meltdown, right? And he said, you know, Congressman, you said this. And he goes, I never said that. He goes, yes, you did. We have it on video. He said, well, I never said that. And they played it. And what did he do? He stuck by his lie. He said, I didn't say that. And O'Reilly's coming over the desk at him going, we just played it for you. Hello. And he wouldn't back down. That's a sickness like no other.
It's AI. And that's what I'm saying. It's just quiet. They're not even getting angry about it. I did not say that. That did not happen. And, you know, with Kamala now saying, I know tax on tips, that was my idea. And everybody's like, see, we knew it was your idea. What? The whole diabetic medication, the insulin, right? I'm gonna make sure that happens. And Trump did that. He literally did that. I was on a phone call when we were talking about how this policy was going to go into action. So that's what I'm talking about. That quiet, just the way you can lie with a straight face. That is frightening, and people really need to be concerned about that.
Just amazing to me. I don't know. I sit there with my jaw hanging open. I'm thinking, oh my God, I cannot believe exactly the way these people, it just rolls off their tongue. And it's not because they believe it, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's because they want that power. They want to hold on to that power so much, so hard, that they're willing to give up their soul over it. Beyond me. Just beyond me. Anyway.
100%. Yes. It's frightening.
Well, it is to some of us who actually think these things all the way through. Right? I mean, go ahead.
No, just the coldness of it, Joe, is what we've never seen before, and this is where I cannot leave the spirituality of it, the God out of it. This is supernatural. People to be raising an entire party of sociopaths, just zombies that are like, that's AI. I never said that. I was never the czar. I was never this. I was never that. And the rest of us are like, what? But this is so perfectly depicted, right, in Left Behind, where that guy, shoots that guy, and they're all like, oh my gosh, why did he kill himself? He didn't kill himself. You shot and killed him. It's like, what are you talking? Nobody shot and killed him. It's the same thing. Yeah.
I did a story earlier tonight about a young pregnant black woman. And I'll tell you more about it on the other side of the break, and how people are buying it. You can see it in the video, and people are still buying it, buying the lie. We'll talk about that when we come back. Joe Messina, your host. We're here with Dr. B. Be back in just a few minutes.
Omaha Steaks is rewriting the book on burgers with an all-new handmade texture for the juiciest home-style burgers you've ever tasted. Their pure ground burgers are made from single cuts of real aged Omaha steaks. These are truly steaks on a bun. Filet mignon, ribeye, New York strip, sirloin, and even brisket burgers. Now is the time to experience the exclusive Burger Perfection Flight for just $79.99. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code TREAT at checkout to get an extra $20 off your order, plus free shipping. You'll get 4 of each pure ground burger, so you can sample all the steak on a bun greatness. These burgers are crafted for a juicier, more tender experience, making your mouth water with every single bite. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, use promo code TREAT at checkout, and get $20 off the Burger Perfection Flight, and discover your new burger obsession. Minimum order may be required.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
I'd like to introduce you to our new sponsor, Get the Tea. Get the Tea carries all natural, non-GMO organic teas and supplements made in the USA. Get the Tea's ingredients are the purest available. My favorite is Life Change Tea. Life Change Tea is a gentle daily cleanse containing 12 herbs that, when combined, really keep things moving. I drink it every day, and my energy has never been better. I'm feeling great. Life Change Tea comes in 3 delicious flavors: natural, peppermint, peppermint, and pomegranate. It's an easy and delicious way to keep your digestion on track. And for those on the go, try D365. D365 is life change tea in a capsule. Drink the tea or take D365 capsules and keep your digestion running smoothly. Go to getthetea.com and enter discount code USA to get 10% off any size order. That's getthetea.com, discount code USA for 10% off your order.
Can your IRA stand up to the next financial crisis that our top economists are saying is at our doorsteps? By allocating a percentage of your IRA into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns by putting your IRA back on the gold standard. Find out how to safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report. Protect your IRA today with one simple phone call and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. Call Genesis Gold Group, empowering faith-driven stewardship. 800-504-1123. 800-504-1123. 800-504-1123. That's 800-504-1123.
Do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call. Because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at crazy low prices. They have access to great prices and discounts at over 500 different airlines. Plus 300,000 hotels and rental car companies. Their prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find the best price for you. Call SmartFares today and get ready to see the world with a fat wallet.
800-871-3291. 800-871-3291. 800-871-3291. That's 800-871-3291.
Did you ever go to school, stupid? Yes, sir. And I come out the same way.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style.
We are back. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-GO-JOE. 855-732-5563. And I do appreciate the time that you're spending with us. Dr. B joins us, Dr. Bridget Melson, and she does pretty much every week to go through some of the issues of the day and try to help you understand, where people are at when they come up with some of the craziest things. Dr. B, thanks for being with me.
My pleasure.
So
good to be here.
You got your moment of sanity.
Yeah.
There was a video I played earlier and talked about what was going on, where a black pregnant woman allegedly stole stuff from a store, like a Walmart type of store.
Yeah.
And they followed her out to the parking lot. The police got there, asked her to get out of the car. She wouldn't get out of the car. She said, "What for?" They said, "Because you've been accused of stealing." She said, "I didn't steal nothing." That was the first thing. The cop kept telling her to get out of the car. There were 2 or 3 cops there. And one cop stuck his hand in the window, as they do from time to time, to try to push the car in the park or grab the keys or whatever. And one cop got in front of the car. Well, she kept going, trying to run down the cop and drag the other cop along with her. And the one cop put one shot through the windshield and killed her. So now, what are the headlines? What are the people screaming? Right? An unarmed black pregnant woman shot by police. They forgot the whole part with while she was trying to kill the police, 2 policemen at the same time. But everybody's lining up with it.
It's a little psychological phenomenon. I mean, it is mind blowing. I hear this a lot. I see these videos because I'm in Texas. I get KTLA and ABC and these chases and the news from y'all, and I'm like, wait, they resisted. Wait, but that's attempted murder. But wait, you know what I mean? And it's the victim mentality, and I'm not just saying it's one, color over the other, but the victim mentality. And I don't care what color your skin is. If you resist arrest, whether you're right or wrong, you're wrong.
Yep.
You're wrong in that moment. And it is where I tell parents when I counsel them to explain to their kids, that complain about this, or I go, don't resist, and teach your kids to work it out at the station. Yes, sir, not a problem. If you didn't do anything wrong, you'll be innocent. But don't work it out on the freeway trying to hit somebody.
And
right? Don't reach into your pocket.
My
don't
rule.
Pretend like your cell phone's a
Yeah,
gun.
I know, right? I mean, smart move in the heated argument with a cop
shot.
to reach in your pocket. Good job, right?
Well, the cops are there. You've got to understand they're human beings, and they are uptight right now. They got a lot.
Oh, but Dr. B, if they can't handle the job, they shouldn't be in it. They're trained to be able to stay cool. You're just making excuses for them.
That's right. Then you just don't call 911 ever. Turn it off. You defund your neighborhood, and you just see how it is. The police.
Just
unbelievable.
Again, just amazing to me. The way these people think when they work this stuff through. Yeah. Steny Hoyer, another older Dem, and I don't wish any ill on him. I guess he suffered a stroke. I saw Nancy Pelosi speaking, and I'm telling you, that woman, she's so deep into dementia that she's actually come back around to almost sounding sane at times. And I mean,
what?
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
She goes, here's the thing. The stories that you hear today, you would think, oh, that's not true. That's so freaky. That's so far out there. It couldn't be true. Right. She's sitting there telling stories that are so far out there. You're going, well, wait a minute. In today's environment, that could be totally true. So she might be telling the truth. So you're sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out what's real, what's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's just nuts when you watch this stuff happen.
Nobody knows. And then you've got Jean-Pierre attempts to take credit for no tax on tips. Sorry.
I know, that was great.
Funny. I'm sorry, I'm just reading. I can't. Because it's so weird. And then that is how we know that this is beyond humans. I mean, you have to either believe in God and understand this is supernatural, that this blindness is happening, or if you don't, then you have to believe that there is no God, that there is nothing beyond ourselves. So good job with who you think created us, because if you believe there's an architect of your freaking house, you've got to believe there's an architect of your body. That doesn't make any sense, how simple a house is.
Yeah.
But then you have to believe that half of the population in America has just lost their minds and gone insane, whether it's the right or the left. We are so polar opposite on everything that you have to either believe that this is supernatural, or one half or the other has completely lost their minds. And I know what the left think. They think we have completely lost their minds.
The difference is we just see them as ignorant. They see us as evil. I mean, right from the get-go, we are just evil people.
Yes, well, that's what evil does, right? That's what the enemy of God does, is switch it around, right? And tell Eve and Adam, right? That's fine. Do what you want. Yeah. You're good. Elevate yourself. It's okay. And she's like, what? And Adam's like, what? So, we see how easy it is. I think that Adam and Eve were truly Democrats because they thought they had it. Just kidding. It's just a joke. No. But I mean, I look at the Bibles, the biblical stories, the things that historically can be proven, that there is evidence of. You cannot deny it happened. But things like Noah and the flood, and that he couldn't get one person, right? But his family, barely, to believe that this was it. Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Lot couldn't even get one person to get, his wife couldn't even figure it out. And it's just, like, what? They were having sex with God's angels. Like, how sick People ask me all the time, Dr. B, psychologist aside, just the Christian, can I just ask a question about, because people are feeling crazy. And why are we seeing A, B, and C, and the Dems are seeing X, Y, and P? And how do we know that our reality is right? They're serious about it. Like, they're
Right.
not completely plugged into God. And they're feeling, it's just scary times for those people that don't have this peace that you and I do, and several others. And unfortunately, the only way I know to help people is to direct them to the Word of God. I especially now, there's nothing I can tell you. There's no news article. There's no TV station. There's no person I could have you talk to that will help you feel less crazy.
No, I know.
What's happening.
You're exactly right. It's tough. And when you talk to these people about what's going on, a lot of people that connect with me or contact me, they're thoroughly afraid of a civil war. They're thoroughly afraid when they look at how hardcore some of those people on the left are. They're really, really concerned as to what they're going to come for, what they're going to come after. You're going to come after my guns. Is that going to cause a problem? Well, of course it is.
Right.
Like it is with anybody. And they're worried about the Civil War thing, but I don't know how to put them at ease. I don't know how to tell them, look, not that I'm discounting what you're going through, but, I went through the day where you had to plunge under your desk because they were going to light up an atomic bomb in your city. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, fight back, push back. Don't let them do it.
Right. These same people are asking me what, are we just going to be supernaturally protected if there is if there is a civil war? I have friends who are extreme preppers, extreme.
Yeah.
And I don't go that far because I'm like, I think we'll be out of here if it gets to that point.
Yep.
And I've got chickens, so I'll live on eggs for days. But but then they're like, well, could we get hurt? Could our family? And I'm like, absolutely. God does not promise a suffering-free world. It is a fallen world still.
Yep.
You're going to have to, like with COVID and the vaccine, you're going to have to make a decision whether you want to keep your job or not, if you want to put your kid in school or not. I get it. Those are huge decisions. I cannot tell you what to do. And I think it's, we'll hit the next level. Goodness, they're, what out of DC they're talking about, or the CDC, was it? Or somebody, yeah. COVID's making a comeback. And everybody at this point is like, okay, and
here we go.
Yeah, it's been there, done that. I don't even think Democrats care about that anymore. But my point being, yes, there's going to be suffering no matter what. Even as Christians, we're all going to probably have to suffer more than the left because we're going to have to make a stand at work.
I'm not suffering for them. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight all the way through this thing.
I'm good. You and I have peace. We're like, whatever.
Exactly. I know where I'm going. I mean, but will I see you there? Don't you love? I'd love saying that to some people, right? They're like, huh? What? What do you mean?
We're good. I even have people, we're in this very affluent area, which I hate that part of it. And we go to this private, it's a Christian school, but I call it a private school. Sorry. I know some of you are listening. But I see the looks. I still get the look. Oh, aren't you on radio? And I'm like, yeah, you're a little extreme. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
really?
Right?
This is extreme? Cool. Thank you. And I just smile. And they're just like, okay. And whatever. That's pretty, Jesus was extreme. Shoot.
Listen, I love telling that to, we're up against it. All right. How do you find you? Quick.
Oh, Dr. B, drbradio.com.
All right. God bless, Dr. B. Thanks for what you're doing. Joe Messina, your host. Don't go far. A lot more coming up. We got Arif Halaby's going to join us to tell us how you can keep your money in your pocket during all the garbage that's going on right now. We'll be right back.